All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Peter Daltondo. I'm a design director over at an agency called Unfold. Go check us out. And we are here today with another daily creative challenge here in Adobe XD. I'm super excited about today because we are going to be covering sounds and the ability to do voice prototyping, sound feedback, text to speech back, audio thing is really cool. I mean, all of this is what takes your work to the next level here in XD, and it's really fun to be able to build all kinds of stuff inside a tool like this and not be building something out in After Effects or having to do something later and maybe even Premiere and creating some kind of video, audio file. We get to do it all in one place. So super, super cool. Let me know where everybody is from. Paul, I see you're over in Boulder. And when things calm down, let's go grab some coffee. I'm in Colorado as well now. I'm super excited. It's so pretty outside. I get to experience seasons, unlike California, where we just have summer 11 months out of the year. So having fun. And Andrew, good to see you, bud. Hopefully we'll be hanging out later this evening, digitally, of course, and cross states. We've got Justin over in Wisconsin, Tia, Cody. Nice to see everybody today. So let's jump in and let's talk about a couple of things. If you are new to these challenges, well, don't worry, don't fret. It's going to be really simple. All of these challenges are one-off daily challenges. One or two we're going to kind of play off of a previous design. So if you've done them, you'll be about 10-15 minutes ahead, but nothing to worry about. All of these are going to be single challenges. And they're really designed for you to complete anywhere in about 15 to maybe 45 minutes. If you're spending longer on that, reach out, ask for some help, probably overthinking stuff. But if you have not yet, make sure you sign up for these challenges over at behance.net/challenge/XD. And each day you'll come down here, we're going to unlock these challenges. You can download the files, and then there'll be a video for you to watch for the day's upcoming stream. Or if you missed one, like you want to check out design systems yesterday, just go ahead and watch that video and it'll allow you to watch that playback as well as over on the main YouTube channel. And then up here at the top, make sure you click Take the Challenge. It'll remind you each day in your daily or in your Creative Cloud app. And then also make sure you check out the community chat. And we'll come over here to Discord. And yes, Paul, it is incredibly smoky with all the fires up there. I went outside earlier to get the mail and it's tough to breathe. It's really bad right now. So hopefully everybody is safe and all that stuff is getting taken care of. So once you come on over here to Discord, make sure to introduce yourself. Dang it. All right. Did I lose my camera too? Awesome. Okay, we're going to do this live on the fly. This happened last night. This is real time, guys. We're going to deal with this little technical issue. Give me 1 second as I crawl under my desk. One moment. All right. I have regained control of my mouse. And my camera does not appear to be working. I'm going to try to flick that on and off one more time. Otherwise, we're going to fly without the camera because I don't want to have to restart the stream and I don't know how that would go. My backup camera is not working either. Fan-friggin-tastic. All right, so rock and roll live TV, everybody. Live TV. Okay, well, I am here coming to you from another dimension now, and we are going to be going out. All right, camera out. Moving on. All right, just updating Adobe. So without a camera, we are just going to rock and roll. All right, so come on over here to the Adobe Discord channel, current challenge channel. This is going to be where we're going to go through myself, the other mentors. You'll see Matt, Joss, myself, Chris Cannon, and others. we are going to be going through and giving you feedback on your projects. I like to do mine after hours. I try to do them live on Behance, so make sure you follow me, behance.net/Peter Del Tondo, as I gasp for breath trying to fix things under my table in high elevation. I am not used to the elevation here yet. Woo! We're good. All right. So, as we continue on, then, as I said, we're going to jump in here. Let's check this one out from Shannon. I was peeking at this earlier. This is so cool to get to see what everybody is working on. Again, I love movie and TV show kind of apps. It gives a little bit of personality. I'm a big anime fan as well. I'm actually currently on season 1 of My Hero Academia, and I'm really enjoying that show. So it tells me a little bit about you and what your interests might be when I get to see this. And it's also giving me ideas of new shows that I haven't heard about that I'm going to probably go check out now. So really, really cool. So we'll go through and we'll give you feedback on these. I am going to take tonight off for those that have been tuning in nightly and just spend some time with family and friends this evening. But I will be back probably doing some over the weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be back at the normal schedule, doing that in the evenings as well. All right, well, let's continue on and just we'll push through the problems. If you're joining in and you can't see my smiling face, camera just both of my cameras are actually not working. Not there's a backup camera for a reason, and it's just not doing it today. Let me see if there's anything else. Cool. Let's jump on over. So today's challenge and our prompt is we are going to design an interface for a smart device to initiate a video call to a friend, utilize voice recognition prototyping, and audio playback to simulate that experience. And so where I got inspired by this is because I moved from California to Colorado recently. We have moved away from a lot of our family, and we wanted to stay connected. And so one of the things that we did was we went and bought the Facebook Portal devices. And it's been really cool. It's a great way in order for us to easily not be holding phones for FaceTime and be able to have conversations with the grandparents. It's been really, really nice. And I thought it'd be something that would be really cool because you can talk to your Portal device and say, hey, Portal, call grandma, and it will call grandma for you. And it's really cool. It's really simple. And again, my goal is to keep these challenges nice and easy, but make sure that you're understanding the mechanics of what it is that we're doing. So I would really encourage to do a little homework on this. Go check out Facebook Portal's site, Amazon Echo, other competitors in that space, and see what's going on and, build some stuff along those lines. All right. So what we're going to do, and I've actually pre-built today's because there's a lot of steps to this, and I don't think I can do it in the 15 minutes necessarily at this level of detail. So I'm going to kind of show you and reverse engineer how this is done and make sure that everybody understands how this works. One thing I just wanted to show, as you are looking to add images to your projects, I really encourage you to use real graphics. And one of the easiest ways to do that is if you just have the shapes over here. Let me actually go back. You can use apps like User Profile. I like Stock Image. This pulls from Adobe Stock. And one of the things that you can do is you can just really quickly, I typed in headshot, and then I can come in here, and as you see, I click on 8 different items, and it will autofill these in. And I could even just say deselect some of these. I want to use this person and this person and this person, a couple more, and I just hit apply, and it's going to automatically plug those users in. And now I've got nice looking graphics. And if I needed to at any point come in and actually license these, I can do that right here in this application. So it makes it really, really easy to work with. All right. So let's walk through what it is I want this app to do. So what I want to simulate here is I want to have a device that is on. You can see our little camera up here. I want to have a conversation with somebody. And what I want to do is say, hey, call so-and-so. And then what I want it to do is I'm going to do an animation. And if you remember a couple challenges back with me, we did one where we had these hearts kind of fluttering in the air as I move my hands around like everybody can see me, and I remember my camera's not working. But what we want to do is we actually start off with just these simple shapes. And if we remember our lesson from Auto Animate, as long as these shapes are named the same in their layers on each one, when they start to change sizes, so we can see this like for this one here, ellipse number 9 gets larger in the next screen, and then we're going to set up a timed animation or a time delay auto animate. It's going to create and simulate this kind of thinking effect as it's working its magic. So just like I always try not to say the names, so let's go with Miri and Balexa. Hopefully that didn't activate anybody's devices, but it will allow us to kind of have that like thinking animation and do something really cool with that. And then I want it to say, hey, call this person. We'll go with like a confirm, just like you would with sending somebody a text message where it's like, hey, is this message correct? Yes or no? We can say yes, and it will then go ahead and it's going to call that person. And then I'm going to get connected with Ashley, and I get to see maybe my niece go through. And this isn't actually my niece, by the way. I don't even think I have a niece. Oh, fascinating. Anyways, we are going to go through, and we're going to get to have that amazing conversation, and we're going to get to hear her sing the ukulele, which is something I know my daughters love to do with their grandparents. So let's walk through this once. I'm going to switch over to prototype mode, and what we're going to start to do is when you see this add sign, I'm just going to do this on an unconnected screen. You'll see this arrow. We're just going to start dragging this over to the screens that we want to go to. And let's look at what we have set up here. So if I click on this, I've come up here and I've set a voice trigger. And you can set the commands here. And something that I like to do as well is I want to just type, let's go to design. I like to type what that command is up above, because I don't always remember it. And you do need these commands to be specific. It's not like an actual phone and AI that kind of assumes the thing that you're trying to say, even though you said it a different way. For our prototyping purposes, these do need to be precise. So I know that in order to start this automation, I want to say, hey, Jarvis, call Ashley. It's then going to start thinking and do this animation. It's going to spend half a second easing into this next screen. And then as we come over, we see our next one. So now we have a time delay. It's going to activate immediately, and it's going to take 1.3 seconds. I want this to be a little drawn out for animation purposes. And now it's going to start to move the size of these bubbles so that it looks like it's thinking, it's doing something. And that's a great UX item to add into your designs whenever you have some kind of delay. If you can inject delight in some way and keep the user entertained, that's going to be really good in order to keep their interest and make them kind of stick around for whatever it is that they're waiting for. All right, so what we're going to notice, we've got another one here. Again, we're just going with continued auto animate transitions, and we've got a couple of these here, and it's just showing that back and forth. So I'm just growing and shrinking those bubbles. Easy as that. All right, so now we want to have this come up, and at the last one, I'm going to have call. And what I want to do is animate in to have Ashley. So I've got Ashley's text, and in the design, you'll notice I have this set at 0% opacity and a little bit lower. So what we will see when we go and prototype this is that Ashley is going to fade up, just kind of you would see in a UI and in an interaction like this. It's going to say call and then add that user's name. Then what it's going to do is it's going to prompt us, and here it's going to ask, hey, should we call Ashley? And this is actually going to do a couple of things here, if I'm not mistaken. Is it this screen? All right, so I'm going to say yes, call Ashley. And I am missing one. There should be one here with a double interaction. Where did that go? All right, that might have gotten messed up. So what I want to do is I want to have an audio playback that I had in here before. And so what I want to do is when we get to this screen, I'm just going to hit add and it's going to go here and I'm going to hit voice again. And what I want to do is say speech playback. And here we said Jarvis, so I'm going to pick let's go with Joey, and we'll say, "Do you wish to call Ashley?" And then it's going to move over to this screen, and I'm going to say yes, and then we're going to move on. So let's take a look at this, and let me know if anyone has questions along the way in chat, and I can help answer anything over there as well. I know everybody's been talking about anime. We get off on a tangent really easily with that, but let's check this out. All right, and then I'm gonna pop on my headphones since y'all can't see me, but I need to be able to hear some of these things as I work. So we're gonna click on our prototype and we're gonna move that over here. And again, I'm just gonna take a look. Okay, so I need to say, "Hey Jarvis, call Ashley." Now what you need to do, if this is your first time using voice triggers, you may need to enable your microphone or allow that permission from your computer, whether it be Mac or Windows, and then you hold down spacebar to use those voice triggers. So I'm gonna say, "Hey Jarvis, call Ashley." And we see that nice clean animation. It didn't do the speech playback unless I missed that. So we'll kind of diagnose that, but we'll say yes. And then we go through and we are now talking to the user on the other end. So really cool how we're able to prototype stuff like that. And you can imagine that you could go back and forth and actually like have conversations. You could simulate texting somebody or doing like text from the car through a voice system if you've got like Apple CarPlay or whatever the Android version of that would be. You would be able to go through and do that. So again, just to kind of recap a couple of things, we're going to start off with this first one. We go into our prototype mode, we set that to a voice trigger, and then you type in the exact command that you want to be able to state, and then you'll repeat that later, and that will start the next sequence of events. And then let's take a look. And then, as I said before, we're just going to keep doing some timed transitions as we move those bubbles back and forth. You could get fancy and like do some color changes or add more things there as well. But I want to see why this didn't do the playback. It should have done that when we got here. And I had it working before, so I don't know what happened. Can you add no voice command to the same artboard? I'm not following that question. Let's see. And Shakar is asking, the process will repeat if the user said no. So, that's a good question. I'm wondering, I've actually never done it that way. Let's add another command and let's try that. So let's add voice. Let's do voice. I don't know that it's going to let me. That would be really cool. Because that's automatically going there. Let's try this. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me do it where it's like almost like an A/B test if you could answer one or the other. That would be really cool. I think what we would need and what we would kind of want to do is just set up, if we copied all of these. Let's see if this keeps our transitions. Okay, so we would have to redo what our transitions are, but we could do something like this where we say voice, and then we say, "Hey Jarvis, call Ashley," and I'm just going to kind of leave these as at defaults and see what we had here. Time 1.3, time 1.3. We will leave that as is, auto animate, these in, these out. And then we can just keep. What's cool is that it will remember your last setting. So I don't have to go through and set that on each of these. I can just really quickly go through. And then let's see, which one do we have it on? Okay, so on this screen, we'll do one more time. And then on this screen, we would have it say no, and we're going to pull this all the way back. And we are going to say voice, we'll say no, and we can just work with that. Okay, so what you're going to then do is, from a prototyping standpoint, you're going to give people two paths. So unfortunately, it won't have that if this, then that logic where in a single prototype, we could say yes or no, and it's smart enough to recognize which one. We would have a separate instance. So if we wanted to say yes, we would go here. And then if we wanted to say no, we're going to come up, click prototype. Hey, Jarvis, call Ashley. And it's going to go through that thinking animation. Takes about 2-3 seconds here. It's going to say call Ashley. No. And then it's just going to take us right back to the start. So that's how we would prototype each of those individual scenarios and kind of determine which route is going to be the one that we want to do. And that's where, if you're showcasing this to a client, if you're showcasing this to your team at work, you're going to want to and need to build out each of these scenarios. And, we would even probably build out another one of these where we come in here, let's hit design. We'll add these up again. I'm going to prototype these ones real quick because these are all the same and easy. And okay, so we're going to get to this one. Check. Okay, one more. And instead, what we can do here is we could say something like, I'm gonna kind of cheat this, and I'm gonna go here, but we're gonna say no, call Kelly instead. And then it would go through another animation cycle. I've got like 2 minutes left, so I won't go through that. But in this case now, let's set this up. Voice, I'm going to do, hey Jarvis, call Ashley. And now let's check that out in our prototype. Hey Jarvis, call Ashley. And we'll go through. We know it's thinking, it's doing all of its cool machine processing, AI goodness, understanding my voice, and I probably missed one of these sequences, so it's stuck. Yep. Let's go do time, delay, auto animate, cool. All right, let's try that one more time. Hey Jarvis, call Ashley. And what? Oh, this is set up as a voice. Shoot, did I do? Oh, I did all of these voices. So this should be time. I think I can make these all really quick. Time, I don't know how that changed. Anyways, rookie move, Peter, rookie move. Time. Okay, I think we're back on track. Time. No, call Kelly instead. Okay, great. Yeah. Hey Jarvis, please stay around for Adobe Office Hours, where you can win a year of Creative Cloud for free. Thank you, Andrew, for reminding me to plug that. Got a little distracted with today's technical issues. All right, one more time. We're gonna go, hey Jarvis, call Ashley. And now, all right, everything is working and thinking and moving and bubbling like it's supposed to. And it's going to say, call Ashley. And I changed my mind. I don't want to talk to Ashley. Ashley's ticking me off right now. That sweet little 4-year-old with the ukulele, I don't want it. We're going to skip that call. And I'm going to say, no, call Kelly instead. And then it's going to call Kelly. And, we would swap out the graphic of this to move over to somebody else. But that is how we utilize voice triggers here in Adobe XD. And you can utilize sound and do playback, and we can even add in like ringtones and things like that. Really, really cool system here. With that, I think we're going to wrap up for today. Make sure you stick around for office hours with Andrew and team. It's going to be a lot of fun. Free giveaway for Adobe Creative Cloud. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and stay safe. And make sure to tune in next week for the rest of the challenges. Take care, everybody.